So let's look into the Excel charts. Excel charts are a graphical representation of the data. They are used for understanding large quantities of data and the relationships between parts of the data. They can be usually read more quickly than the raw data. Say we want to track whether our current progress is on the track or whether we are behind the schedule. If we want to come up with those, we can use the graphs to come up with it very quickly rather than the raw data. If you look at the raw data, it is very difficult to say the current trends or whether we are on the schedule or behind the schedule. But if we look into the charts, we can come up with it very quickly. So let's learn the chart elements first. So this is a chart, and this full area is said to be the chart area, and this particular area is said to be the plot area. This is said to be the horizontal axis, which is otherwise called as the category axis, and each point here is said to be a category. This is said to be the vertical axis, which is otherwise called as the value axis. Each point here is said to be a value, and the each value which we have plotted here, which corresponds to a value in our data, is said to be the data marker. These are said to be the data labels here. These data labels actually displays the value for each data marker. Say here it is 30. This data marker value is 30 here. That's what it has been displayed in the data labels. By default, data labels will not be present while creating the chart. This data label, we have to add this chart element by going to this particular option. We have to select this particular checkbox so that this data labels will be displayed here. And each of these value like 30 or 38, it actually belongs to a data series. Like this 30, 35 and 25, this is said to be one data series. This X factor test case count is one data series and actual test case is another data series. Each data series is represented by a color here. Here we have this dark blue has been represented here with this X factor test case count data series, and light blue color has been given for actual test case count data series, and this has been shown here in data legend. This particular area is said to be the data legend. Even this will not be present by default. If you want to add this, we have to go and select this data legend also. Here we have there is legend text box, checkbox. By selecting this checkbox, we'll get this legend details here for the charts. And each of these horizontal lines that's originating from this vertical axis, they are said to be the grid lines. If you want to hide these grid lines, we can just check, we can remove this checkbox so that these grid lines will not be displayed here. Suppose we want to format this chart. We have two particular tabs here, design tab and the format tab. So let's see the design tab. In design tab, if you see, you have many designs here for our chart. If you just click here, or you have to first select this chart, what is this design tab, and if you just place your arrow mark on each of the design, you will have the preview of the chart, like how it looks like. Whichever chart design we like, we can select it by clicking that particular design. We can even change the colors for the data series here. So say when I'm placing this arrow mark here, the different colors we can see here. Whichever color we want for this data series, we can select it. Even the layout, we can change it. See the layout, each layout has different details on it. Whichever layout is suitable for us, we can select that particular layout. This add chart element, this is nothing but this add symbol which we have here, that the same functionality this also does. This is just a shortcut for this particular option here. The next one, if you see, suppose we want to actually switch between the rows and columns here, the vertical axis and the horizontal axis details, if you want to switch between these in this particular chart, we can go to switch row or column. I'm selecting this one. See, we have actually switched between this. Earlier we will having this one, module 1, module 2 and module 3. This we were having it in horizontal axis. Now this has been switched over to the vertical axis, and this expected test case and actual test case, these were actually in the vertical axis. Now it has been switched to the horizontal. So if we want to switch between the horizontal and vertical axis, then we can go to this particular option and we can switch it. And then the chart type, so here this is actually 2D clustered column chart. Suppose we want to change this chart type to a different chart type, then we can actually select this chart and we can go to this particular option, and whichever chart we want to select, we can select it. That is the use of this particular functionality. Next is the move chart. Charts, we can have it in two ways, either as embedded charts or the chart sheets. Embedded chart is nothing but the chart will be present in the worksheet itself. Now you can see the charts which we have here, it is all present in the worksheet. All these are nothing but embedded charts. Suppose we want to have the chart in a separate sheet itself, then we have to move it to a sheet. Say I'm giving this particular sheet, chart 1 as the sheet to which I want to move this particular chart. Now I'm giving OK. Then now we can see that the particular chart which we were having here, it has been moved to this sheet. This chart occupies the entire sheet here. This is basically used when we want to print any chart. We can just bring it to a full sheet so that we can just print it. The entire sheet can be printed. In such cases we will be using this. Now I want to move this chart back to the worksheet itself, so I'm again giving move chart here, and I'm placing it back. I'm changing the size here so that it is similar to the other charts present in this sheet. So this is the move chart functionality. Next, suppose we want to format the color, we want to fill the chart area or the plot area with any particular colors, or if we want the font of the text in different styles, then we can select all those in this format tab. Here we have this shape fill. Even the outline, we can give whatever outline we want, and even the effects, if we want any particular effect, we can select that particular effect, whichever effect we want. Outline in whichever format we want, we can select it. Size, if we want to change the size, as we change just now, we can change the size of the chart here. So if you want to change the design or if you want to format the chart, then we can use these particular tabs and we can format it. Now we are done with creating the chart. Next, suppose we want to use this chart in the future also. We want this particular template to be saved so that it can be used in the future. In that case, we can just right click this particular chart and we have something called a save as template here. You need to save this template. It will be saved in this particular default location, you can save it and then you can use it later. It will be available when we want to create the charts. So that's it regarding the chart elements.